from the Car Show Nationals.com Let's Roll podcast. Jeff makes me laugh. With Jeff Thisted, Hot Rod Power Tour, Good Guys, everything. Yeah, he's my great co-host that I have, and we're here with Cherielynn Westrich from Overhauling, and been on Overhauling quite a few times. What, 75 builds?
I think
Wait, 75 builds?
75 about. So I don't know the exact number.
There's so many that you've lost count.
What? Listen, I got.
I mean, that's how big time you are. You don't even know how many times you've been on Overhauling. You and Foose are like that. I mean, come on, you're big time.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's pretty.
I looked on IMDb and the website, and they said that I had 69 episodes. And then January of this year, I went back and I built 5 cars with them. So I don't know, what does that add up to? I don't do math. I build cars. I'm not an algebra.
Exactly. I'm not the math guy. My pop is the math guy. He's over there. Yeah. I don't do any of that. I need one of those ciphering devices.
Bring Pop in. Let's see Pop.
All right. He's in his studio painting. Do you want to see him?
Yeah, sure. I want to see how.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, hang on.
This is a Car Show Nationals.
It's a Car Show Nationals exclusive.
Yeah, never been done.
But
this has
never been done before.
Oh,
there's Pop. That is Cherielynn and Mike.
Hi, Pop.
How you doing?
Wow,
so a Car Show Nationals exclusive.
If you're
He's doing
like your dad, you're gonna look like a champion when you get old.
Ah, thanks.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
Amazing painter.
He's an artist. So there's his studio, and go back to work.
Wow, yeah, good to meet you, Pops.
Yeah, that's my. There's some of his paintings right there. Yeah.
Nice.
So anyway, he's the math guy, not me.
Math and art.
Yeah, so 69, so 70 something. Let's just say around 100 episodes of Overhauling. How did you get hooked up with those guys? Because I mean, in my opinion, that's that's the seminal. That's the program that kind of started it all. Where and you get the phone call. Can you build a car in a week? No, nobody can build a car in a week except for Chip Foose.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what I mean. You guys have the cul-de-sac.
Yeah, so I was working at a speedometer shop at North Hollywood Speedometer. I was just
no way.
Gauges. Yeah,
I didn't know you worked there.
Oh yeah, that's my alma mater, man.
They've been there for 200 years.
Yeah, the oldest guy there I think is 178. He still works there. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because they're known all around the world. That's the first place I brought the 55 speedometer to get rebuilt.
They are the best.
They're the best. So go ahead. Sorry.
So I learned so much from those guys, and I mean I worked on my own cars in my own driveway, but that was learning a technical skill. That was like the first. So when I joined Overhauling, which Shannon from Redline Gauge Works.
Yeah, that's what I've got in the car now.
Yeah, so Shannon called me. He knew I didn't want to work at the Speedo shop because it's like tedious work, repetitive. And so he said, who you should work for is Chip Foose. And I said, well, who's that? I had never heard of him. I was the only one that I didn't know.
Oh, you're the best.
He told me about Overhauling, Chip Foose. He actually, got it set up for me. He knew Bud. And so I went down there, and you have to build your first car for free back in those days. Because they wanted to see if you wanted to build cars or if you just want to be on TV. And so by the end of day 1, they asked me to stay. And the end of day 3, they asked me to stay for the whole season. And I was just in heaven. I mean, you get 25 guys coming in as volunteers every week. And you literally learn, because you guys, know something I don't know. You know something I don't know. It's like you learn from all these guys. If you learn to just keep your mouth shut, head down, and watch what other people are doing and learn from them. I mean, I had the best education you could get, and especially with guys like Chip Foose. I mean, he's the master. I can literally say he taught me not everything I know, but just the right stuff, the good stuff.
Oh, I got
he taught me the right way to do things.
That is so cool, because he's the rock star, the rock star of SEMA. He's always got the entourage around him. And a mile, the line to get an autograph from him is 2 miles long.
Oh yeah, he's the master. He's just hands down. He's one guy that I'll never have a bad word to say about. He's just 100% guy. He's just
Yep.
wonderful, and my teacher, my mentor. I always say I'm the luckiest duck in the pond, because who gets that lucky to build cars with a guy like that?
It's true.
I so lucky.
And it's like I like art, so my favorite part of the show is watching him draw the cars. So whenever it's on, I always show my pops, like, hey, I got to pause it and have him watch. And when he uses the whites, who uses whites? White's the color of the paper, the canvas. But to see him with not the paintbrush, using the white, he is the master. It's so cool.
Spectacular.
Yeah, and he's really nice guy. Really nice guy.
Really nice guy. So January, they asked me to come back in January and build a few cars. Bud called me and I said, yes, 100. I didn't even have to hesitate. I was like, yes. Are you paying me? I don't care. I'm coming. And it ended up, one of the cars that we built was for Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to ask you about, because I think Shaquille O'Neal be just so fun to meet, and I bet you it was.
Yeah, it was spectacular. He is one of the nicest people on earth. He's funny, and his friends came in with him. They're funny. It was a laugh riot. Oh
yeah, he came in with an entourage, I bet, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, not really. Just a few guys. I think these are just his core group of guys that he just hangs out with, a couple of friends, and
the entourage.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't care who you built the cars for. It doesn't matter to me. I love watching the build and what you guys not even can do with them in a week, a month, a year. I don't care. The stuff that you guys do, and that damn Foose guy with the bumpers. The gaps in all of the bumpers to the car, now it kills me.
Tucking them in.
Tucks everything in. So it's like, they're beautiful works.
Yeah. I'm pretty proud of that show. I'm pretty proud of what we did on there, those cars,
So what, you got a favorite build?
Maybe the Shaq build.
Yeah.
Was it really? Yeah. Why?
Just because, I don't know, I guess it had been so long. It just, like, they brought back a lot of the old guys, like Ben Bright came back, and he's my all-time fave. And so some of the old builders came back, and it was like, you get to, like going back to high school, only everybody's, all the guys are still hot. Like, oh.
Oh,
don't tell them I said that, because
okay.
They all looked great, and it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, I saw Ben Bright commenting on a lot of your posts that you made.
Yeah, he's one of the best friends I made off of that show. He's 100%.
Yeah, because I know in the new season you guys also did and I'm not deterring anything. It's not a kit car, but a Factory 5, a tribute Cobra Daytona.
That was with Muscle Car TV. What was the guy's name? I'm not going to remember. It was for a show called Muscle Car Garage.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah, so there was 5 girls, 4 of which had never built a car, although everybody's name's going to escape me today, so just forgive me, everybody. But one of the girls was that worked on airplanes. She had built airplanes. Nan Gelhard came from Summit Racing, and Karen Savaggio, and I'm going to mess up her name, but Karen was the one. She I'm not sure if she's military, but I know she worked on airplanes, so I was a little intimidating. She was kind of our leader, but we built that car in 5 days, Factory 5 car. It was a kit car, so for me something different, but those cars are actually, like, I want one now because they're really well made. The Factory 5 stuff is hands down just like 100% value, like, and it's inexpensive if you can't afford a Cobra, And
they're super cool. I love them. What really rubs me the wrong way is at the autocross, when a guy puts down on his tech sheet, it's a 65 427 Shelby Cobra. They didn't make a 427. You don't have to lie about it. Tell me it's a Factory 5. Tell me whatever it is. Just don't tell me it's a real deal CSX when it's not.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, I have that thing in me where it has to be all original. I want the stock car and all that. So it was hard for me to get in on that build with the, it's a kit car. It was like something in my brain. But after I did it, I thought, they're actually
nice.
really cool.
Yeah.
And cool.
Oh, they're badass. Because,
the original. For you and your kid, or you and your dad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be super cool. Because the original ones didn't go or handle for squat. They went like hell, but they didn't handle or corner or anything, and the new ones are full on. You can make them. You can put 335s all the way around and make them monsters.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun too. Yeah.
So now this isn't the one, because I was referring to the one with Marissa and Doug
Marisa,
Campbell.
yeah.
Marisa, sorry.
Yeah.
I always pronounce her name wrong.
Yeah, I
Thank you,
know.
Mike. I'm
Marisa
sorry,
Doug
Marisa.
Campbell. It was
With
a
the
blue.
pink flowers.
Yeah,
I
were
don't
you on
know.
that? It was this year's episode. I thought
Oh,
I
yeah,
couldn't
no.
remember if you were on that one.
No,
Yeah, it
I
was.
was not. I don't know
She probably.
Marissa and Doug, but I want to meet them.
Yeah, they were on our podcast. We had them on. They showed us the car and what Chip
Oh, okay.
did. It was really
I'll
fun.
have to look up your podcast.
Yeah, they were
Where
good
do I find
good
that
people.
podcast?
Just go to carsshownationals.com, and on the right-hand side, it'll have a sidebar. It will say Let's Roll Podcast over there. And plus, you'll find it on YouTube if you go to carsshownationals.com. So that's where you go.
Go to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. It's all Car
Yeah.
Show National, Sherilyn.
I'll be
We'll
there.
put it
I'll be
everywhere.
there. I'm there now. Look at me.
Look at you. So now what do you got some sort of bell housing device, and you left Overhauling. You went into to Washington to do you were a senator for a while.
No,
What's going on?
So I'm running for the House of Representatives, but it's the state house. So I'll be here in Iowa. I moved out to Iowa.
Why? Why did you leave LA?
Well, yeah, hey, can you answer that question for me? Yes.
Okay.
You know what? I was born and raised in the Midwest, so these are my people. You know, I had to come back to my people, and I love the Midwest. I love living in a small town. I really do. I mean, I had great times in Orange County. I had great times in California, but you know, this is just how I grew up, and it's where I wanted to be, and so came out here to Iowa, and and then I decided we need new representation, so I decided to run for the Iowa House. And so
nice.
We'll find out on November 3rd if I get in. We'll see.
All right. How long have you been back in Iowa?
I really don't know. I think it's been 6.5 years, something like that. Yeah.
So, and how was the first couple of winters for you? Because I come out to Colorado. You do. It's cold out here in Colorado. It was 34 yesterday. It went from 90 degrees on Sunday to 34 degrees overnight.
You know, some of us were raised in the Midwest, so we're tougher than others. Like I was riding my motorcycle at 15 degrees.
There you go.
My motorbike. Yeah, I did.
Okay, what kind of gloves are you wearing? Because my little knuckles get cold.
It was very cold. I was actually screaming. Ah.
What kind of gloves are you wearing? You got to have some sort of winterized motorcycle gloves.
Harley Davidson. Does that turn you
there
on?
you go. Okay, all right.
Yep.
All right, so you left LA, you're in Iowa, running for the representatives. We'll find out in November. And then you got this device next to you.
So I went, you know, they asked me to come out to Motorex and do an appearance. And while I was there, Mal Wood, there's a guy in Australia. His name is Malcolm Wood. And he had these clutch pedal systems in his booth. He makes them. He's been doing them for about 40 years. And I think it's the best thing I ever saw. And so I made a deal with Mal. I said, look, let me make them in America for all the American cars. So I have all the Mustangs, the Camaros, the Tri-5s, F-150, Corvettes, whatever, you know, we make them for everything.
You had me at Tri-5s.
Yeah, Tri-5s too. So if we don't have it for your car, we can make it. So it's just basically a bolt-in replacement for your pull cable clutch, and it'll turn it into a hydraulic system. And the genius part that Mal Wood came up, Mr. Malcolm, is the master cylinder being located here. Like for the 71 to 73 Mustang, there is nothing. Nobody makes anything for it that's hydraulics. We're the only ones, because you can't get around the brake booster on the firewall and stuff. There's no room on the firewall. Ours doesn't go on the firewall.
So wait a second. So, because I know on a lot of these cool builds nowadays, they have the two master cylinders, and then they've got the clutch masters. You've got those three little cylinders that are super cool. So in your system, there's no 3 cylinders. It's hidden. Is that accurate?
Well, here, I'll show you. This is what we take to shows, so you can see how it
so there's a cylinder up there. Okay.
Yeah, so there's the master cylinder, and then you get your reservoir. You can put the reservoir wherever. Like, that's the genius is you could actually, if you put it above the master cylinder, this reservoir could go anywhere under your dash as long as it's above the master. If you have like on the Tri-5s, I know one guy did that, but
You put it under his dash?
It's pretty basic. It's like that you keep your same brake pedal, but we send you the new, we do all the geometry, year, make, model, so you get your new clutch pedal. We send you a pad. We send you all the linkage. You just need a line to go down your hydraulic throwout bearing, and we send you that. And it literally
send the line too.
Yeah, we send the lines. So you literally just, you can see it's bolted on to your, this is the undercarriage from a 64.
Okay.
And so you just bolt it on, and boom, there you go. It's a
So
hydraulic.
I've got a question. I love the original, the pedal pads, the rubber pads on those. They look stock. I love that. Say somebody has got a pro touring car and wants maybe a low car, a different style of pedal. Do you guys do that as well?
No, you'd have to modify it yourself. And actually,
Well,
if you've switched to low car, sometimes it doesn't. If you have to relocate or just go backwards, because the low car stuff, if I'm not mistaken, I think you modify stuff with the pedals with your carrier. One guy had trouble with it because he had the low car, but you just call us and we'll work it out. But yeah, we do it stock. So whatever came. If you get a 67 Mustang or a 71, 73, it's stock. It'll be in the stock position. You literally just take this, bolt it on. Your mom can install it. You can literally have your mom install it. It's so easy. You can be making a sandwich, go to the garage, she puts this on, no problem.
I love
Just
it.
like
So
that.
yeah, that's what I've been doing since I got out to Iowa. I thought I was getting like stir crazy in the winter doing snow angels, and I thought I got to do something. And anyway, went to Australia, saw this, and so now I've been back to Australia again, and went to Motorex twice, which was awesome. And me and Mal Wood just put it all together, and here we go. So we make them here in Iowa. Everything's USA made, 100%.
Oh, you meant right there in Iowa?
Oh yeah, everything.
Now, did you find a factory, a warehouse, or what? How did that start? Because they were made in Australia first.
Yeah, there's some guys out in New Sharon, which is like 40 minutes from here, and they stamp out a lot of the parts for John Deere. Maybe that's a secret. Do not tell people that. Anyway, so I just, DeYoung's Manufacturing stamps our flat pieces, then we get them welded at Hometown Fabrication over in Albia. Those guys are just super good people. They've become friends, good friends. And so Hometown Fabrication welds them together, and then I assemble them. And then boom, here they are.
Come on, you assembled them?
Yeah. Well, I got to put it all together so that when you get it, you just bolt it in. You don't have to. No assembly required. We're not IKEA.
Celebrity assembled clutch pedal.
Yeah.
I touch each one. So
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And for an extra percentage, you may even get your clutch pedal signed.
Right.
I can sign them if you want, and then I kiss each one as a
well, there you go.
That one's for you, Jeff.
I love it.
Your dad.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So where can we find them? Where can the folks at home find these?
malwoodusa.com.
MALWOOD USA.com.
MALWOOD. Malwood USA. If you go to Malwood Auto, do not do that because you're going to get Australia. So you'll notice, wow, I think I'm in Australia. Go back to America to malwoodusa.com and you'll be in the right place. And you can call us,
What's
we're
the number?
friendly. I'm not telling you the phone number over this internet stuff. No, you can look on our website.
Look it up.
There
Look it up on the internet and hit them up.
malwoodusa.com. We're on the Facebooks. Facebook. malwoodusa.com. Yeah.
I had some links and stuff, I think, on the Facebook post that I did.
Yeah.
Was that before or after you got
Facebook
banned?
and you'll find it all. What's that?
It was before I got banned. I
got
posted. Yeah, I was just posting about the podcast. I posted too many times on Facebook. You know how that goes.
You got blocked?
I got blocked for a little bit.
You can't help that you're popular. They shouldn't fault you for that.
Well, it happens.
You got a lot
It
of
happens.
friends.
It's like the 5th time it's happened to me now.
Really?
Well,
they don't block me. I don't know why they don't block me. I say a lot of crazy stuff,
Well, I posted.
But you don't post as much.
I post like 70 groups, and then you do it more than once, Yeah, that happened.
Cool your jets, Mike.
Yeah, yeah. Wasn't so what on the Factory 5 car wasn't one of the ladies was that Joe Coddington? Was she
Oh
one of the
yes,
ladies? Yeah,
yes.
Joe.
I
Yeah,
love
okay.
Joe Coddington.
Yeah,
She's
that's what I
like she
thought.
is the cheerleader on the show. She's
Yeah.
just up and fun at all times. I knew her from because we used to hang out at the racetrack.
Okay.
We'd basically camp out at the racetrack, and
Yeah.
we'd have these crazy barbecues in the parking lot, and then we'd go to the races, and that's how I
Yeah.
met Joe. And
Okay.
we'd have a few beers, we'd hang out. She's the friend you want to make. If you don't know her really well, you got to be friends with her. She is fun.
We talked on the phone. I've tried to get her on a podcast, but eventually we'll get there.
Listen,
Eventually
tell
we'll
her,
get there.
I always wanted to do a podcast with her because
Oh wow.
her and I are like yin and yang. We just like, we're funny
Yeah.
together. We're like Laurel and Hardy, except
Well,
for
Who's
yeah.
on first?
Boyd was so famous. I mean, he discovered, I wouldn't say discovered Chip Foose, but Chip Foose is one of the guys that worked for him. All these big name builders, became huge. Mike Curtis,
yeah,
Mike, I saw you,
yeah,
you posted about Mike Curtis. Some of
yeah.
those guys were all on that show,
Yeah, Mike
so,
Curtis is a champion. He's the best wheel builder out there, I think, hands down. Like he's the best wheel designer, and
right.
he came up with those guys. With both. He worked with Foose at the wheel shop, and
With
then
Boyd.
worked for Boyd, and man, every one of those guys is successful, does a great job, and they're all super pro. I think they found the right group there, and yeah,
Yeah.
Well, that was one
Amazing.
of the first car building reality shows
Right.
out there,
yeah,
and I liked it a lot. Boyd came off to me as a real jerk, a real taskmaster, and so
yeah,
did Dwayne as a
yeah.
real jerk. But I know how they edit it and whatnot. And any
Well,
movie that I watch where you hate the actor, you hate this guy, it's like he's doing a good job because I don't like him.
exactly,
You know
Yeah.
what I
and they
mean?
edit it like that.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't know
yeah.
Boyd. I never knew Boyd, but Mike Curtis and I have talked about it before, and I heard him tell people Boyd was great. They'd show Boyd, and he'd be like, "No, yeah, son of a," and then they'd cut. They'd edit the next part out where he says, "I'm just kidding, go ahead." And so they purposely made him look worse than he was. He was
Right.
he had both sides of his personality. Dwayne, however, is just no. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I love Dwayne. Dwayne and I became friends. I really like him. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch that show too much, but I heard that he looked really bad on there. Everybody has their good days and bad days, says things, but
Yeah.
I like him. I think Dwayne's awesome.
Dwayne's already said he'd be on the podcast too. I just gotta line all these people up. So
Get him on together with me. We're like Laurel and Hardy.
yeah, we could have like American Hot Rod get together.
Yeah, have an American Hot Rod reunion.
Yeah, there you go. I
I
mean,
just heard they're having a Fresh Prince of Bel Air reunion, so it's
Exactly,
perfect timing.
same deal, right?
Perfect timing.
on the show, Boyd was so mad at Chip Foose, when he
Yeah,
left. Man, but look what Chip has done since he left there, and he's just been such an amazing builder. Won so many awards. Got like what 11? I think he had 11 awards from World of Wheels and stuff like that. I want to say something like that. Crazy. The Hot
yeah.
Rod Hall of Fame and all
And
sorts of stuff.
and he's not even gotten started yet. He's still, when I
Right.
went out there, I mean, he's got so much going on. There's the Overhauling shop, and then there's Foose Design, and Foose Design has got so much going on. It's beyond. People would tell me, well, why don't you work in Chip's shop? And I'm like, because I can't. Those guys are a level above. Like, I'm a car builder. I can get the job done, but those guys are. So,
Well, you'd
yeah.
think, I mean, there's points probably too where you gotta get burnt out a little bit. I mean, geez,
I
they're
never
working
did.
so hard. Yeah,
I never
but when
did.
this last SEMA, he had a couple cars that were late because they didn't get finished. I mean,
Yeah.
and so it was
A
probably
late,
they're rushing.
a late car isn't getting burned out though.
Yeah.
But
Well, I can tell you,
he's spending
a lot of that,
overnight. He's
I
working
think,
overnight.
yeah, for Chip, it's like he's got so much going on. So it's like he's building, and then suddenly he's got to fly off to Brazil for an appearance and then come back. So, he's 5 days in Brazil, and then he comes back and he's got to fly to France and then come back and work on the car. And so a lot of it, sometimes even for us, he's just got so much on his plate where he's out of town that you got to wait back for him to give you the answer. Are we painting these pieces or are we polishing these pieces? Wait for Chip to come back. And so that's the deal. And I'm sure he's exhausted, but
he may be exhausted, but and I'm not trying to throw you under the bus, Mike, but I don't think he's burnt out, because there's a Chris Rock routine where he goes on about there's a difference between having a career and having a job. If you got a job, you're counting the hours in every day. But if you got a career, there's not enough time in the day for your career.
Right.
So it's like, with a job, you're counting the hours. When am I done with? But the career, man, it's like, I don't have enough time to get this stuff done.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, like when we do the overhauls, we worked in the beginning of the seasons, we would work 19 hours a day. And I'd be sitting there and I'm counting down, like, well, I got 4 hours to sleep, but I really just want to finish this. Like, you just get into something, you know how it is. But the rule was you had to be back at 9 a.m. And it didn't matter if you still stayed till 8 a.m. If you're not back at 9 a.m., they're calling your names and, calling you baker's hours and what are you doing? And so, when it's your passion, it's not work.
And I'm not saying burnt out like he's going to quit. I'm not saying anything like that.
I know.
But burnt out like, after you don't sleep for an hour every day, or you just get an hour of sleep, it's got to wear. It's not probably the best not the best for the body.
He doesn't require sleep. He's a robot. Me, I get tired. I got to get some beauty sleep,
Well, he is one of the best, and it's awesome to be on his show, I'm sure, and hopefully next year. We don't know anything. They probably tell you later on if you'll be on next year or not. But it was great to see you were on 5 episodes this year, so that's pretty awesome.
That was pretty exciting to get that call.
So before that, when was the last season you were on? Do you know what year?
I do not know.
I
don't
Trick
know.
question.
I started on season 3.
Okay.
And then it's all a blur. 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. I have to go back and look at all the episodes. For me, it's just I get the call, I go back, and it's just about building the cars. I never really. Someone said to me once, like, "Oh, you had 3 segments," and I said, "Well, what's a segment?" Like, there's people on the show who are like, "I got a segment, I got 5 segments," and I don't know. They have all these numbers in their head, and
you're just there to build a car.
Yeah, I just didn't care. I was, the TV stuff, to me, I don't want to see me on TV. I'm all grubby and building cars. It was fun. Like, that part was fun. Chris Jacobs and AJ are hilarious and fun and made the whole thing fun. So it was, the TV part was fun, but the car building part was funner.
Yeah, so that's what you want to be there for the building. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, Chris and AJ are fantastic. Who is the girl that replaced AJ for a season or 2? She's certain.
Yeah.
There's been a few.
Listen,
there was one, the brunette. She's got like a billion Instagram followers or whatever.
I'm not gonna say her name because.
Okay, yeah.
She has various other careers that I don't approve of, where she's like.
Oh wow, she's very pretty, but she doesn't know a steering wheel from a tire.
She couldn't have cared less. She wanted the money. She got the job. She's gorgeous.
She's beautiful. But it just, I didn't like her.
She was from a different world than I'm from, and
right.
For me, that was kind of
it's super cool to see you. Your hands are filthy dirty when you're on the show because you're working, and it's good stuff. And AJ may have started out as the pretty girl who didn't know much, but she's a Mopar chick, and I mean chick with all the love. I mean that with respect. Not a detriment. She paints cars now, and she's learned and she gets dirty, and I admire that.
That's the thing is she may not, she's not a car builder by trade, but she has the passion for cars. And there's plenty of dudes out there who have this passion for cars. They're not car builders, but they have the passion. They love certain cars. They look into it, and she has a lot of knowledge. Sometimes she's talking around me, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, because she does have a knowledge of car building, and she's into it. And now, especially like when I came back, I was like, wow, she's actually pitching in for real, hands-on. I mean, a lot of it, in the beginning, they'd say, hold this part, and she'd go wonky, wonky, and that's it. But now I'm watching her, and she's actually learned a lot. She's hands-on now. So, yeah, AJ's pretty cool. And she's just, she's just one of the nicest people and hilarious.
She's super beautiful hair,
Yeah.
but super nice. Anywhere I see her at, the last time was at the Grand National Roadster Show in Pomona, and she's got the line around the block, and she's always super nice no matter how busy she is.
Oh,
I gotta
yeah,
say
always.
that.
Yes, she is super nice.
Yeah. Favorite part
What?
of last season, though, is Chris Jacobs getting punched in the kisser.
Were you on that? Were you on that episode?
No, I missed it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
but I
pretty
think
awesome.
he finally took one to the jaw, man. That was awesome. Yeah. That was
Did
pretty good.
you saw that? Did you see that episode, Jeff?
I still haven't seen any of the episodes.
Oh, you
okay.
gotta watch it. It's pretty good.
He
Nice.
smashed out the windshield of a car, right, with the
Yeah.
guitar.
And they were
That-
really just messing with this guy, and he's
Yeah.
not kidding around. He was like, "I'm coming at you." That was that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny because we had Bud on. I don't know how many weeks ago it was. Bud was on.
I
He's
saw that.
fantastic. Yeah, and we had one of my friend or our mutual friends, Artie the Party, Arturo Gill, the little person he played AJ's husband, the owner of the junkyard. And anyways, Bud thought, who can we get that if this guy's going to punch somebody, he's not going to punch. You won't punch Artie because he's a little person.
Yeah,
So, but Artie's out there talking a whole bunch of smack. So yeah, it was good fun.
that's pretty good. Art
Yeah.
of the Party. I like that.
Artie and the Parties. You know Art, right?
I don't think I know him. I don't
No,
know.
well, we'll introduce next time you come out to LA. We'll go get some drinks.
Okay, yeah.
Does he go to
The
SEMA?
Party, I'm into Artie. That's good.
Oh, Artie goes everywhere.
Well, he'll probably be at SEMA. If we have
Yeah.
SEMA next year,
We got
They-
to.
Heck yeah, we will.
yeah, we
I'm
better.
telling you right now. Here, I'm calling it. SEMA is on next year. I'm calling it.
Good. I'm with you.
There you go.
I hope so.
Yeah, because I'm missing my. We had Dwayne Maddox on, and Dwayne from Miller Welding was going to learn me how to weld up some stuff in the Miller Welding booth, and we were going to try to get Mike over there with the camera and forget about
Yeah.
the camera and stuff. I just want to learn how to weld.
Yeah, call me. I'll come down and I'll give you my tips of how to really, really mess up some welding.
Okay, good.
We can do that. We can do
I
that.
always people always say, "Are you an expert welder?" I said, "No, but I can weld. I
Yeah.
like it. It's so fun. You're gonna love it." Yeah.
Yeah, that's more than I don't know. Yeah, I've plasma cut before, but I've never had the opportunity to weld, and it's always been a goal to learn how to actually weld.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn.
Oh, I
You'll
can't wait.
learn.
Because of the show, I've had a lot of offers, and even Cotton told me, "Dude, come out to St. Louis. I'll teach you how to weld." It's like, thanks, buddy. Thanks. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm looking forward
now
to
you
it.
got all these offers.
It's
It
true.
didn't have a chance before. Now everyone's reaching out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just got the a text message from Harry yesterday saying that the Good Guys in Scottsdale is a go.
Oh,
So
really?
November 20, 21, and 22 in Scottsdale, Arizona. We got the Good Guys dueling the Desert Autocross, and it'll be the last Good Guys show of the season. So
You'll be there.
I'm
Yeah,
thrilled.
I might
Yeah.
need a break from the snow at that point.
There you
Come
go.
on out.
Yeah.
Come on out.
Flying out, hang out. There might not be anyone on the jet, but go fly out with Jeff.
Oh,
And,
Oh,
my
private
friend-
jet.
my friend Jessica, she flew from LA to Denver last week and said the lines, everybody's 6 feet apart, but the plane was oversold. They
Oh, really?
oversold the flight. Everyone was shoulder to shoulder on the flight.
Wow.
Right?
Maybe they're cutting back at the flights, the actual flights, so they're trying to fill up the planes.
Yeah.
I
Probably
don't
what they're
care
doing.
what they're doing, but the cheap bastards have been screwing us over I'm here for a decade. $25 or $50 per bag because of gas. Well, gas prices have gone down, you cheap bastards, but they
Yeah.
continue to charge us for the bags. So
You're
finally,
correct.
we're not charging for this and charging for that, and it serves them right. I mean, finally, I'm not trying to be mean, but I used to fly a lot, and
Yeah.
it's rubbed me the wrong way for decades now, and finally, the airlines are getting what's coming to them. They need to stop raping the passengers. We're their bread
Yeah.
and butter.
But
And
not
now,
literally, right? You're not
Oh,
literally
yeah. Sorry.
paying.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Financially.
Stop
Financially.
taking advantage of the passengers. I apologize.
Well, listen, no, I mean, literally, even the bags of peanuts, it used to be a bag of peanuts. Now it's, you get like 4 peanuts and you get a little drink of water.
and they want to charge $75 to change my flight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take an earlier flight so I can open up a seat for you guys later. Well, it's $75. Well, I'm making it easier for you guys. If somebody comes in late, I'm opening up a seat, $75.
So
I'm going into the airline business just to make it worse. I'm going to make it worse for you. I'm going to make a lot of rules. A lot of rules. I'm going into business, the airline.
So what you're saying is when you have 4 peanuts and you're flying to Australia, it's
Yeah. Hey, that flight was cushy. I don't remember who we took, Qantas or something. I don't know. But
Definitely Qantas. Definitely
Yeah.
Qantas.
yeah,
Definitely.
fun stuff.
the car scene in Australia, huge, right?
It's huge, and you know what they love in Australia? Blower motors. They
Yes.
love them.
Well, who doesn't?
Yeah.
Who doesn't love
a
them?
blower motor? But
So
yeah,
you go roots style or centrifugal?
I do not know what you're talking about. You ask AJ that question.
Oh, come on. Roots is the one where you got to cut a hole in the hood and it sticks out of the hood. And
Yeah,
centrifugal is off to the side. It looks like a turbocharger, but it's
No.
a little.
That's boring.
See that? It's got to come through the hood. And You
Yeah.
got to see
They're
that
all
thing.
like that over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had some really great builders over there. There were some really nice cars, and yeah, it was a fun trip, and you just saw it. Like they have a huge car scene, huge.
One thing I don't understand is why they have so many 4-door cars with blowers on them. I don't know. I don't understand that one. Did you see that? Am I just seeing that?
Too many doors. I don't know why they don't get rid of them. We get rid of them over here.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's got a blower and it can have 12 doors, who cares?
You know I went to Sweden for the Power Big Meets, and it is the biggest car show in the world. It was 20,000 American cars.
Wow.
That's crazy.
They inspect your car when you come in. It has to be an American car. They do the walk around. It's an American car. You get in 20,000 vehicles in Sweden. It used to be. They've moved it. It was in Västerås. You like my accent?
Oh wow! Listen to that.
Yeah, it was one of the most amazing car shows I've ever been to. The Swedes. People came from all around. And I mean from all surrounding countries, and it was just spectacular. One of the best car shows I've ever been to.
Did you go there specifically for the car show? Do you go out there for vacation? Is this business
I went for the car show. They had me come over. I was a judge with them. Some of the cars. I handed out trophies. I was like a trophy girl and
nice.
Yeah.
She doesn't take vacations. What are you talking about?
I have no time for vacation.
It's all work. Yeah.
All work and no play makes Cherielynn a dull girl.
Seriously, I don't think I've ever been on a vacation in my life. If it's not connected to a car show, I consider it a vacation, but really, I don't think I've ever been on a vacation. I went to Isla Mujeres once, an island out there down off the coast of Mexico.
Oh, there you go.
That's it.
November 20, 21, and 22, come out to Scottsdale and you can vacation with me. We'll hang out. It'll be a vacation. Yeah.
Car show, same thing.
Well, wow. I don't even know where to go after that. I'd love to go. I'd love to go out to Good Guys in Arizona, but
you're invited too, Mike. Come on down, buddy. The more the merrier.
I'd love to go there. Yeah, after SEMA's canceled, but yeah.
Last year I drove I got done at SEMA at 5 o'clock. I gassed up to 55. I had to drive 500 and some miles up to basically San Francisco for the Good Guys overnight to be on set to be there at 6 a.m. and then worked all 3 days and then Scottsdale was the next weekend. So it was nuts, but it was good fun.
I always knew that about you, that you were jet set. That's where you got to complain about the airlines.
He drives everywhere.
This year, I've been going down to Louisville and I do their video, like their official NSRA video, and they didn't do the video this year. They did the show,
right?
Which I think they had over 8,000, maybe more cars. I was there last year. It was like 11,000 cars, and I think they had upwards of 8,000 cars. I want to say. I know they had a lot for a COVID year. I think they did really well.
Right.
But they didn't have the team come down and do the official. They didn't have me on the team. So that's when I miss Louisville. Is a fun show, even though it's hot.
So since you're in Iowa, do you go back to the 50s in St. Paul?
Yeah, that's awesome.
You do? You do?
I go
Okay.
for the cookies. Yeah.
See, I could always meet you there. That's
Okay.
closer to me.
We'll have a
But
bucket of cookies.
it was closed though. You know, they
Yeah.
canceled it this year.
Yeah.
So
What kind
You
of
know, it's
cookies
so
you
funny
got?
though. I mentioned that because they actually did have the cookie. You could go get the cookies
oh
before
yeah.
the
Oh
show.
yeah. Of
No
course.
show.
Oh yeah.
Cookies only.
You had to drive. They have the drive-in deals where you got to buy a $20 ticket and then you
Yeah.
get the food at the fair. And yeah, and you have to eat it all at one time or
There's
something.
These
I don't know, but
rules. There's a lot of abstract rules going around.
yeah, there is.
Right?
But as long as those rules include a bucket of cookies, I'm down. I agree with all the rules. We
He's
gotta
t-
listen to the scientists. If you
Yeah.
need chocolate chip cookies, and
Yeah.
that's what the scientists are telling you, you get the chocolate chip cookies. You know what I'm saying?
It's Martha's cookies. That's
You got me.
what she's talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
A lot you forgetting for chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah. You need to stop here, Jeff, just for cookies.
It's true.
We're ridiculous.
It's true. And where to go?
What kind
Look
of
what I
show
just
is this?
found from 2015.
Oh my gosh! Look how cute
Oh,
you were.
jeez.
We're
Yeah,
the
what happened?
cutest.
What happened, Jeff?
Power
No.
Ah, come on. On the stage at the Hot Rod Power Tour. I don't even know what state that was in or city. But that's my favorite time of the year, the Power Tour.
Man, that is such a good time. I never wanted to leave when, I think it's 7 days, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
7 cities, 7 days.
Yeah,
usually
day
7 or
7
8,000
came
cars.
and I was like, what, it's over? Let's just keep going. Who's in? Let's go.
Jeff
Let's
has
go,
a good
yeah.
time, and every person that we get on the podcast, we always say, you need to go to the Hot Rod Power Tour. We've been trying to get Bud to go.
Everybody needs to go. Well, that was after I built that Factory 5 car, then they took me on Power Tour. And so
Okay.
I got to drive a Factory 5 car, and it was like one of the greatest times of my life. Those guys are fun. If you can ever hang out with the Factory 5 dudes, oh yeah, it's really fun.
Forget
Tony
about
Zulo.
it. Nice.
David is just a champion. Like they're awesome.
Wait, who's the first guy? Tony what?
Tony Zulo. You don't know Tony Zulo?
Tony Zula. Forget about it. If your name ends
Forget
in a
about it.
vowel,
Everybody knows that
forget
guy.
about it. You're platinum, babe. Platinum.
I was checking out their cars at SEMA, and they have some pretty cool builds that
Yeah.
they have. So yeah, it'd be really cool.
Good stuff, quality stuff.
Mhm.
Hopefully,
All right.
I gave them props today. Maybe I'll get one. They can just send me. I'll
Right.
give you my address. Send me the car.
I'd like one with the Car Show Nationals just across the side.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that.
Wrap it.
So if they're sending you one, if you had an option to choose, which one would you take? Daytona? Were you taking the
I
coupe?
think
You taking the convertible? Or are you taking one of
No,
those little 32 hot rods?
I like that Daytona. I like that
Daytona.
Daytona. Oh yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Oh,
The
and
little,
speaking of
they're
which,
all cool. The hot rod's cool. I like the Cobra that we built, but I don't know why that Daytona is just something else.
it's pretty badass. My nephew, now we had him watch Ford versus Ferrari, and his favorite car was a Ferrari, and any red car he sees is a Ferrari. And now it's Ford, and my brother always says, but you have to say Ford GT40. You can't just say Ford. So we took him to the Shelby Museum in Boulder, Colorado, where they've got CSX 2001, the first Cobra ever built, the blue one with the ripped up seat.
Yeah.
They've got the GT40 that Miles beat Ferrari in. Anyways, yeah, and they've got a bunch of Cobras. And they've got the winningest Daytona ever. So I got my little monkey boy nephew to check out all these super badass cars.
Monkey boy.
That's what you gotta do. Keep the
That's
kids
cool.
involved. Keep the kids involved.
Take a kid to
Exactly.
a car show.
Yeah.
Or to say GT40.
I take my 5-year-old, so you know.
Yeah. I don't have
Sometimes
any
he doesn't.
kids, but send me your kids. I'll take them to a car show. I have
Well, sometimes he doesn't want to go, but then I get him there, and then all of a sudden it's like, look at that one. Look at the interior of this. I'm like, yep, my kid's almost an expert now because he's
There you
saying, look at the interior, just pointing out everything, and he can say, look, there's a Ford, there's a Chevy, and he'd say, he's getting into what kind of cars they are now. So
cool.
See,
cool.
next thing you know, he's going to be complaining it. Dad, look at these bumper gaps. Oh my goodness, they're a quarter of an inch wide. They should be crucified.
There you go. That he's watched some of the Overhauling shows with me.
Oh, nice.
So, there you go. he actually gets. He'll start watching. He won't turn his head and do anything else. He'll just be like all into it. So
Nice.
I just got to keep him going.
And he's only 5?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Good
Yeah.
boy.
We'll see what happens when he gets older, though. Well,
Very cool.
anything else we want to talk about? I guess we're kind of
I'm
at the
a
hour
simple
point.
man. I got my Malwood USA clutch pedals that I'm making, and I just try to do whatever I can on the side to build cars and have a little fun and go to a few car shows around. That's about it. We have a car show here. I brought to the town where we are now. It's been in business. It's the Midwest Ford Fest, and it's been around for like 34 years now. But I got them to move it to the town I live in now, which is Ottumwa, Iowa.
Uh-huh.
And it kind of blew up this year. So next year we're going to make it a 2-day show. And if you're out in the Midwest, it's the Midwest Ford Fest, and it is fun. But it's all Fords, so you got to have a Ford. You can bring your GT40, but yeah, you got to have. Actually,
Are you a Ford or a Chevy girl, or are you agnostic?
See, I taught Chris Jacobs the power of the Mopar. I got him into Mopar. I can say that. Sure. But he wouldn't admit it. When I got on the show, I was all into Mopar. All I ever had was Mopars. I had a '68 GTS, which I still have, and I had anyway. Long story short, everyone used to make fun of me for being the Mopar chick. They would put stickers in my area and make fun of me, Mopar parking for losers. And then finally, Chris Jacobs started to admit it, that he also was an underground Mopar guy. Now he's full on. He's out. He's out of the Mopar closet. But
he sold a Roadrunner on Barrett Jackson for charity.
Yeah, and it did really well. That was a beautiful car. Well, you know what? Through the years of working with Chip, I learned to appreciate all makes and models. You build all these different cars. After 100,000 cars I built. After like 75 cars, you get to just appreciate all cars. And then Ford Racing, they just supported me through so much stuff that, I see what kind of company they are. And they're a really great company with great people. And we're a huge support. They actually were with us on the Factory 5 build. So I just kind of have a loyalty to Ford. And
what went into
Ford
that Factory 5 build? Was it a Coyote?
Well, the motor was a 427, I think.
Oh, giddy up. Okay.
That was a long time ago. I don't remember. I think that's what it was. Yeah.
See, I may not remember your name, but I remember that you drive a 1970 Chevelle SS 454 with 411 gears and a Muncie M22.
Me?
I don't remember your name. No. I'm just saying that as an example. I don't remember somebody's name, but I remember their car.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what Jeff does. Yeah, we remember cars. We might not remember people. I don't know. Kind of how it works.
So you still have your original GTS?
I do, yeah.
Nice.
Tell us about
GTS. It. And actually, I never finished it. It's still not finished. I'm still welding the quarters on. Right now, it's sitting in an airplane hangar, waiting for me to get to it. It's like basically in storage. I do a little. I got the dash finished because I could do that out in my garage. But I'm looking for a shop to build it in. Anybody in Iowa, give me a shop. Any shop.
Okay. Let me think.
You just need a space for one car.
Yeah.
68 GTS, just a space for one car, and you'll get good publicity on the Instagram. And I got where'd you go? Unlocked.
He's locked and loaded.
I thought I just had your.
It keeps freezing
your
on my screen.
Malwood USA.
I do. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know someone. I know someone in Iowa. I could reach out to him.
Hey, there I am, Malwood USA.
There you go.
Look at that.
Well, who's that? Is that Malwood?
No, that's one of the guys that came out and worked on the Overhauling episodes.
And oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, Andy. He's a great guy. Fun as heck. HE double hockey sticks. Fun as heck.
Well, what we need to do,
4,841 followers, car builder, vocalist, songwriter, and musician. You and Kevin Tetz, you and Kevin need to get together. Yeah,
Who's
Kevin
Kevin?
Ted.
Oh,
Seriously?
yeah. Yeah, she did.
He
She's
lives by me?
She's got to be in our little network of people.
Okay, yeah, I'm into
We
it.
ha-
I don't know.
we haven't had him on our show yet, but he's
Okay.
been on Playing in Traffic, another show. Have you been on Playing in Traffic? Lewis Lee's deal.
No,
He's okay. We'll have to
I
get
need
you
to do
connected
that.
with Lewis Lee then too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, TV producer, technical writer, rock and roll wannabe. He's got these videos, these DVDs he puts out, doing bodywork, making bodywork easy.
Oh,
He's done a
that's
whole
cool.
bunch of builds, twin turbo Camaros and stuff. Super cool guy.
Neato.
Hey Jeff, I got a plan. We're gonna have to give her a call and say time to be on the show, and then we'll sneak her to her car so she can finish it.
Hey,
That's
perfect.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's it.
It's
And
always
get a team
funny.
to come help me so I can actually drive it and get it done.
You know,
I got
I
another
know.
one too. I got a 23 Model T. It's a little roadster pickup.
Nice.
And I
Nice.
have
No
the
way.
backstory. So the Model T, it looks original, even though I don't think they made roadster pickups till 26. But it's an original looking 23T. My grandfather, back when I was small enough where I didn't know, he would play Santa, and that was his sled. He would. It was a friend of ours had it, and would drive Santa around. I didn't know it was Grandpa. I thought that was Santa, And anyway, so Lowell Turner is his name, and when he decided to get rid of the car, he called me and he said, "I want you to have it." He said, "I
Nice.
know you're into cars, and that was when I drove your grandpa around in Santa, and
Oh, that's super cool.
so I have that vehicle. So I'm trying to get that motor plucked out, but there's so much work, so little time,
Now it's gonna have to be red or what? You're gonna have to make it red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to. One day I'm gonna make it into a little fad tee. I think it'd be cute. I love those little fad tees, those little 70s looking things.
Oh,
So
okay.
does it have a flathead in there, or a small block, or LS? What kind of
Yeah,
engine?
flathead.
The 23. It does.
Yeah, just a little flathead.
Ugh.
Badass.
I
Are you
think
gonna
it's a
keep it?
48 flathead. What's that?
Are you gonna keep the flathead in there?
Yeah, I want to rebuild that, and I know nothing about rebuilding them. So I gotta somehow figure it out and put it together. I took it apart, which was smart. Take it apart, then wait a couple years, and then put it together.
Oh my goodness.
I think
Yeah.
that's brilliant, right?
Yeah, genius.
Makes it more of a puzzle. You get to think about it.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I had
So
a,
smart,
I
guys.
had 60. What was it? A 72 Blazer that I was redoing, and I took the whole thing apart and I put everything into a Ziploc bag and I labeled the Ziploc bag. And then my buddy, the mechanic, comes over. What is all this? Open up every bag and dumped it into a 5-gallon pail.
Oh
I was
my
like,
god.
"What are you doing?" It's like, it's easy. All the body stuff is 9/16, and all the engine stuff is 1/2 inch or whatever it is. It's like, okay, we had a whole bunch left over. But see, you did it better than the factory. You got parts
Hey.
left over. You're saving money.
It's funner
Okay,
when
great.
it's a guess.
Oh my
It was-
gosh.
It was fun, but yeah.
I would have been mad.
My favorite
saying.
trick ever. We were helping a friend of mine move, and we started like challenging each other who could be more funny. We packed stuff from the kitchen or from the bathroom or wherever, and instead of labeling it with kitchen on it, we would label it tennis balls and macaroni, sunflower seeds, and dancing children. We would just come up with these So when she got to her new apartment, she saw her boxes. What's in all the? I don't know what's where because you've labeled it all ridiculous stuff. So I thought
Yeah,
that was a
there
good
you go.
trick. If you ever help somebody move, just write that on there, like.
The
And I'll
next
say-
time
we'll
I help
say-
somebody move, I'm going to
Yeah.
text you
Yeah.
with some suggestions.
Yeah, there you go. And we'll say we learned that from someone. You know?
Somebody. A mystery lady. Hey, you can tell. That's hilarious.
So
I
Malwood,
would
how
also
long?
say you should put up on the website that if anybody wants an autographed clutch pedal, that you'd be happy to
Yeah.
autograph a clutch pedal for them.
I will autograph it for you. Yeah.
Sales will go up. I can guarantee it. When we said that you're going to be on the show, people were just awesome. There's so many excited people. So
Awesome.
it's good to see. So
Yeah, Malwood Design and Manufacture.
You know
so
what?
Malwood in the USA, how long has that been around? in the
Well,
U.S. part?
Malcolm Wood has been doing it for 40 years. This same setup. Hey, there it is. Hey, we look matchy.
Yeah.
But I just started putting them together like 2 years ago.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's very new. Now we've got all the Mustangs. We've got nearly all of the Camaros. We've got Corvettes. We're just getting, we just did a Chevelle for Terry Wilson. Have I got
Coverman
Terry
it?
Wilson, Coverman 66. We know
Coverman
him.
66. He's got his Chevelle. We just he actually. So if we don't have if we don't have your model on the website, but you want this pedal, you just send us like I was showing you the pedal carrier and your pedals. You send it to us, and we'll modify it. And there's a little bit of an upcharge for it, but we modify. We just send it back to you done. And then we'll have that model in our lineup, which is what I did for Terry because we didn't have the Chevelle yet. He has a 67 Chevelle, so we went ahead and did his, and I sent it back to him. I actually installed his for him and sent it back. So you'll see it on his channel coming up, Coverman 66.
Did you sign that? Did you sign it?
Of course I signed it.
There you go. See?
There you go. No, I did not. No, I did not. He did not ask for my autograph.
Oh.
So you got Camaro, Chevelles, Mustangs, Tri-5s. What about the C10s?
We got the F-150. I think it fits the Bronco. I have a list.
Not C10.
Oh yeah, we got the C10.
10s are hot still.
Which now isn't the C10 and the K20? I think it's the same carrier.
Yeah.
Because we actually
the K just means a four-wheel drive.
Yeah, so we built this one for a K20 off of that carrier, but it should work for the C10 too. That we just did last month. What else do we got? Corvettes. We got the C3 Corvettes. I'm looking at a cheat sheet back here behind me.
It's all right.
Yeah, and that's it for now. So, and the Tri-5.
But like you said, if you don't see it on the website and if you guys don't carry it, send them a picture, send them the thing, and you guys will fit it up custom.
Yeah, and you know what? We don't even have the Chevelle up on the website yet because I'm not computer savvy, but I'm doing it all. I'm putting it all on the computer, so it's coming. It's coming. So if you don't see it, it just might not be up on the website yet because Sherry and her computer skills, not so great.
She's a car builder, not a technical person.
Exactly.
Well,
thanks so much for coming on the show, Cherielynn. Yeah. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Mike and Jeff, you're two of the greatest guys that I've ever met. Not kidding.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Not kidding. I love hanging out with both of you.
Yeah, we just make it fun. We're laid back, and we try not to make it stressful, even though, I might have to run and pick up my 5-year-old somewhere sometime.
Oh, yeah, you better go.
No, we're still good. But thanks for joining us early.
Yeah, the invitation is there for Scottsdale. Hopefully we'll see you sooner than later. And thanks again for coming on. And it's malwoodusa.com, Malwood USA, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. If you don't see it there, hit them up. They'll build it for you.
Yeah, and you can follow me, Cherielynn Westrich, on all my pages. I got like 1 million.
And don't only follow her, but vote for her before November 3rd. Mail it in. Or vote on the 3rd, 11th, I don't know what the day is, but vote for her House of Representatives in Iowa.
There you go. Like my page.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, thank you. I can't thank you enough. Car Show Nationals is
you.
awesome, and I appreciate you guys. And,
thank you.
I'll see you out in Scottsdale.
All right, John, let it play.